I glanced out the window. Outside the plane, there was a shadow. At first, I thought my eyes were playing tricks, but when I looked again, it was clearly a furry creature. My breathing turned shaky. My hands and feet went cold. Even worse, it seemed to notice me. I pressed the call button over and over. I wanted the flight attendant to see it.
There's a man out there.
What?
Look, he's crawling on...
But when she came, the window was empty. I forced an awkward smile and said I made a mistake. My wife woke up, handed me a sleeping pill, and said I probably just needed rest. But no pill could kill my curiosity. When she fell back asleep, I pulled the curtain open. My hair stood on end. The creature was back. I called for the attendant, but as if it understood me, it slipped away before she arrived. She only said there was a storm and told me not to worry. But the moment she left, the creature got bolder. It sat right next to the propeller and started peeling off the metal. Cold sweat ran down my back. When it tore off a piece, it even looked at me with pride. I shook my wife awake, but by the time she opened her eyes, the creature was gone. I tried to explain, but all I got was the look she gave a fool. I had a history of mental illness. Of course she doubted me. I swore to her to warn the captain about the wing. If there was no creature, I'd return to the hospital. She finally nodded and left. I stared outside. Sure enough, the creature was back. I shouted for the captain, but when he came, there was nothing outside. I knew that look too well. Explaining was useless. I kept my mouth shut. When they all left, the creature showed its smug face again. This time, I didn't plan to tell anyone. I pretended to take the pill. When my wife fell asleep, I spat it out. Watching the creature, I made up my mind. I walked to the sleeping air marshal, pretended to drop something, and took his gun. Back at my seat, I hit the emergency release. The wind pulled me out instantly. I clenched my teeth, fired several shots at the creature. It shot away from the plane, cut to black. I was carried on a stretcher into a mental hospital, but I was smiling because I knew it wasn't a hallucination. I'd saved the entire plane.